breaking news coming in from down south. This is a Tamil actor, Gouri Kishan, who lambasts journalists for body shaming. Now, journalists body shames actor, faces flack, media briefing turns ugly after the actor was body shamed. Gouri Kishan, that is, journalist to the actor, in fact, asked about her weight. Actor Gouri Kishan was asked about her weight by a journalist at a press meet for her film Others. Now, the journalist asked Gouri's co-star Aditya Madhavan about her weight, as he had to lift her in a scene in the movie. Chinmayi has come out in support of Gouri, saying no male actor gets asked about his weight and called the question as disrespectful and unnecessary. Now, the person asking the question went on to defend his question by saying it was an interesting question given the fact that the actor in the film lifted her in a scene from the film. And earlier this week, the same journalist, in fact, asked Gouri's co-star Aditya Madhavan about her weight. So let's listen into all the conversations that's gone down before we proceed into a discussion.
என்ன இன்ட்ரெஸ்டிங்கான நான் கேக்குறேன். எனக்கு நல்லா ஞாபகம் இருக்கு. நீங்க என்ன கேட்டீங்க சார்? ஒரே நிமிஷம் முடிச்சிட்டீங்க. நான் சொல்றேன். ஊசி மொழியில மாதிரி இருக்காங்க. என்ன வேணும்னா இந்த புஷ்போட சரிதானது கொண்டாடுறது. இந்த ஊசி மொழியில என்ன அப்படிலாம் சொல்லல. நீங்க ஹீரோயின் வெயிட் என்னன்னா கேட்டீங்க. அது ரொம்ப டிஸ்ரெஸ்பெக்ட்ஃபுல்லான கேள்வி. நான் உங்கள்கிட்ட டைரக்டா சொல்றேன். எனக்கு எல்லாம் தெரியும். இது ஜர்னலிசமே இல்ல. ஃபர்ஸ்ட் ஆஃப் ஆல் நீங்க பண்றது ஜர்னலிசமே இல்ல. உங்க ப்ரொஃபஷனுக்கு அது ஒரு டிஸ்கிரேஸ்.
With that, Anaga Keshav joins us on the broadcast to bring us more details and context to this very story now, which is coming out to become a controversy and a serious one at that. Anaga, let's understand. This actor gets asked about her weight because her co-actor had to lift her a couple of times in the movie itself. And the journalist himself has also come out to justify the question, saying that it's about a scene in the movie, so what's wrong about asking about your weight? But that's not something we see male actors in the industry being asked.
Well, absolutely, Shreya. In fact, the journalist says that, I cannot ask you questions about Modi and Trump. I can only ask you questions about your film. And in this film, this particular actor has lifted you. And therefore, my question is an interesting one, and that is how the journalist has terribly defended his question that was extremely misogynistic and body shaming. In fact, the actor Gouri Kishan held her ground very firmly. It was actually very surprising to see that even in the press meet, the entire fraternity, every single person seated over there, were all males who all ganged up against Gouri Kishan. There was nobody over there to really stand with her. But she stood her ground very firmly, and she says that I make my talent speak. I don't need your validation. I'm working hard. So far, I've chosen roles that are career-defining, that are career-oriented. Why are you all silencing me? I have my perspectives. Body shaming is wrong. Would you ever ask a hero a question about his weight? This is an extremely irrelevant question, not really pertaining to the character that I've played in this film. Why is there not a single question about the role that I've played? I've played the role of a doctor in this film. Why haven't you asked me a single question about my character, but only about my weight? Is what Gouri Kishan has questioned. In fact, she's also gone on to lash out at him by saying that he is a disgrace to the profession of journalism, and what he's doing, the kind of questions that he's asking, is not really journalism oriented. In fact, she was very respectful throughout the press meet. Given the fact that every single person over there was trying to silence her, was trying to calm her down instead of asking questions to the person who made such a comment. They were all trying to silence her, and yet Gouri held her ground very firmly and reacting very respectfully as to giving it that very clearly, that my weight does not concern anyone. The only question that you should be asking me is about my role, is about the character that I've played, about my talent, the work that I've put in, and about my craft, and not about my weight. is how the actor has responded to this question that was asked.
Very true. And it's indeed unfortunate, even at a time and day like this in the year 2025, we see people making such comments or asking such questions to actors, and it's also justified post that you know it's a light-hearted moment that we're trying to share, which usually comes in as the reason cited behind asking such questions. And this still continues to be the reality of these industries in terms of how there is a major difference between the kind of questions or the way a particular actress is viewed and the way her co-actor itself in that very movie is viewed. That's where we are leaving this very story at this given point, as more reactions are expected and we will bring to you through the day.